What's going on, guys? Your boy Sir O'Neal, aka Working Man Teacher, and I bought my first home and multi-unit rental property in Brooklyn, New York. What's up, guys? So I just want to hop on here real quick because I ain't making video in almost 3 weeks now, man. Y'all probably thinking I gave up on my YouTube channel, but I didn't give up at all. It's just because I've been so busy doing so many other things, specifically related to the property that I own, as well as my 9-to-5 job and some other investments that I'm working on at the moment. So it's been very hard for me to make YouTube videos. But anyway, I wanted to hop on here real quick to make a video about 5 things that I wish someone told me before I bought a property. Now, the first thing that I didn't know, I mean, I knew I had an idea, but I just didn't know it was this much, is the fact that it's so much maintenance that goes on with the house. Is the fact that it's so much maintenance that goes into a house. I'm literally these days always fixing something. I'm always doing something related to the house. Like the house can literally, it feels like it's consumed my life sometimes, but not all the time. But the reason why it feels like that is because I literally did not get a property manager. And I made a conscious decision not to get a property manager because I was saying, you know what? I'm gonna be living at the property. This is my first property. So I wanna do pretty much everything myself so I can understand what really goes into home ownership and how to manage the investment by myself. So anything that happens with the tenant, I want to be the person to fix that, and I want to be the person that they can call because I can learn a lot by doing that. My fault with all the background noise. People out here just going ham right now. But yeah, so by deciding not to get a property manager, I saved on that like 10% management fee. But what I got to deal with is all the requests that my tenants has made over since I moved in the property. So literally one day I could be fixing something in the bathroom, like fixing the sink in the bathroom. This is a real example, by the way. One day I'm fixing the sink in the bathroom, and then the other day I'm literally on top of my roof trying to get a squirrel out of the attic area, which is really crazy because that's a lot of work. And the reason why I didn't call anybody for that type of stuff, because I feel like it's something that I can do, at least for fixing the stuff in the bathroom and other little things around the property. I just did it myself because I can do it really fast, cheap, and easy because everything's pretty much on YouTube. But when it came to the squirrel, I definitely got a professional to come out to get it because I tried to get it myself and it was not happening. Even though I had to pay him like $500 to do it, but I just had to eat the cost. But a lot of different things, man. It could be very simple things, but like the professionals will charge you an arm and a leg like $500, $600 to do it. And I don't want to spend all that much bread, like especially right now, because that's just cutting into my profit. But anyway, but by deciding to do everything myself, it gets really hard, man. It gets really hard and it becomes a lot. So like I'm literally always fixing something. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into the property. And I really don't like the fact that I'm always doing all that stuff, but it's just something that I'm doing right now. Probably later on down the line, I'll probably get a property manager, but as of right now, I'm probably going to continue and just learn how to be better with my time, I guess. So the second thing that I learned since owning a property is that anything that will go wrong anything that can go wrong will probably go wrong. And because of that, you want to make sure you have a lot of insurance. So you want to make sure that in addition to your regular home insurance, which you have to get, you want to make sure you get sewer line insurance just in case like the sewer line breaks, because you'll be held responsible for that. You want to make sure that your tenants get renters insurance, because if anything happened in their apartment, you want to make sure that they're covered for that type of stuff. You want to make sure you get title insurance when you're actually in the process of purchasing the property, just in case somebody say your property is on their land or something like that. You got that type of insurance to cover you, because you know at the end of the day, like anything that can go wrong will probably go wrong. So you want to insure yourself as much as possible, which is something that I'm starting to see in the process, but everything's going pretty good on my end. So I'm happy that I set up my insurance the way that I did. So definitely get insurance. And the other thing, when it comes to anything that can go wrong, will probably go wrong. One of my tenants literally lost his job, And you know, he lost his job because of COVID and all that good stuff. So that's not something that he could have helped, but it's just the fact of the matter is like anything that can go wrong will probably go wrong. So now I'm basically working with him right now to get some type of rental assistance from the government, because they have like this upcoming program where the government will pay a tenant's rent if they lost their job due to COVID. So we definitely working on that right now, but that's all that stuff is time consuming, man. Like I gotta be on top of that just to make sure that I get in once that program opens, because the program is basically first come, first serve. But again, my fault for all this noise out there. Just wilding, man. They just wilding. But anyway, that's one thing that's one of the things that I realized, and I wish I'd known before purchasing property. Well, I actually knew, but I didn't know. It's like you can know something, but it's something completely separate to actually experience it. So another thing that I realize now since owning the property is that 24/7 you're busy. For me, like I said, I don't have a property manager, so I live on my property. My tenants are with me on the property, which is a good thing. I can see everything that's going on in the property. I can look, make sure everything's good. But the bad thing is I'm on the property, so the tenants has 24/7 access to me. So basically they always reaching out to me to fix something. So it's very tough for me to like really protect my time and really be able to work on the things that I want to work on. Like for example, I got to rebalance my portfolio, like with crypto and the stock market, my crypto portfolio, my stock market portfolio, because we see all the craziness that's been going on with Bitcoin crashing. But it's very hard to do what I got to do when I'm out here fixing a sink in the bathroom, or I'm trying to get pantry moth out of a kitchen. Like it's really crazy because I'm always literally doing something with the property. It makes it all that much harder for me to do what I want to do, like investment wise. So what I decided, so what I'm trying to do is protect my time and my energy as much as possible. So that I don't end up wasting my time on little things, but at the same time, like those little things that I'm wasting my time on would probably cost me like $500, $600, $700 if I hired a professional. So I'd rather just do it. And you know, that makes me like really busy. Like I don't have time to watch basketball no more. I don't really have time to do like a lot of the shit that I want to do, only because I'm always working, not only on the property, but whatever other free time I get, I'm working on like learning more about real estate, trying to find another deal, and I'm going over my investment portfolios and stuff like that. So I'm always busy these days. And like a lot of my friends, like some of my friends like really don't understand that. Like we be scheduling time to chill, whatever, but I got to cancel last minute because this happened or that happened. And they probably think I'm just making up excuses, but on some real stuff, man, I really just be having a lot to do, and it is what it is, man. And that's just like what I'm going through right now, because like honestly, like I got a few tenants, so every tenant needs to be taken care of. And in addition to that, I got a new job, like 9 to 5, because I still got my 9 to 5 job. So I got to make sure that's going well, because my job is really demanding. So it's a lot of stuff that I got to do, man, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's that part. But the last thing that I realized was you need a great CPA, especially when you're gonna do real estate from an investment perspective, because I was able to get a CPA, and thankfully my boy hooked me up with a great CPA. And just by having that CPA help me with my taxes, I really recognized the power of real estate. Literally the concept of like taking depreciation on your property. I always heard about a depreciation, but I never really understood how it really worked. I'm still learning more and more as time goes on, but it's crazy how much money I was able to save, as well as not money, that how much my taxable income went down because of the depreciation that we took, as well as the expenses that as well as the expenses that I was able to list on my tax return, because a lot of the expenses I was doing on the place, it was just basically for my rental units, which is really cool that I was able to expense that, like, I learned so much from the real estate, not the real estate. I learned so much from the CPA. Is just crazy. Like, he just put me on game, taught me a lot of things that I didn't even think about. So I'm very thankful that I was able to connect with a great CPA for only $350. And the knowledge that he really gave me is gonna help me a lot going forward. And I'm definitely gonna use it again when I do my taxes next year. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I really wish I had known before I got into owning the property. But at the end of the day, bro, like, there's no way to really know everything. So you just gotta do the best you can and just take it one step at a time. And like I said, going forward, I'm definitely gonna go with a property manager. That's one lesson I definitely learned from this situation. Is for my next property, I want a property manager. I am not going to manage my next rental property myself, because it makes no sense. Now that I think about it, now that I actually think about it and I had the opportunity to actually get my feet wet, I realized, my fault, I'm looking to the side because I saw this crazy ass dog just looking at me like I'm a whole snack or something. So I got to make sure I'm good. But anyway, so by doing what I did for this property and actually managing everything by myself, I realized that I don't want to manage properties. Like, that's not the business I want to be in. Property management is a whole separate business than being a real estate investor. By being a property manager, you won't really have time to find good deals and scale your business, scale and find more properties and grow the business. You really won't get time to do that type of stuff, especially when you're working on a whole bunch of different projects. So my next property, I can guarantee you, I will not be managing that joint. I will find a property manager. Whenever I get that next property, it's definitely going to be managed by a professional, because I don't want tenants to be calling me 2 o'clock in the morning or anything like that. Nope, don't want to do it. Property manager, you can have your 10%. That's fine. But because I don't want to deal with that type of headache. So that's definitely a big lesson that I've learned from this. And that's basically where I'm right now. That's basically where I'm at right now. And I don't regret anything that I've done so far with this property, because I think that it's still a great investment, because when everything is said and done, I'm still getting well over 10% for my cash on cash return. So this investment is amazing in my opinion. So I'm very happy that I did everything the way that I did. And I'm happy that I actually decided not to go with the property manager, because even though it's a lot of work, I do love my tenants. I think my tenants are amazing and they really hold me down. I hold them down. Love everybody that I'm with. So I'm definitely not angry that I got to manage the property myself. It's just like a lesson learned, saying going forward, I really want to get a property manager, because it's really time consuming. I got to focus on actually scaling the business, finding more properties, finding more deals, even though the market is really crazy right now in terms of prices. But yeah, man, that's just where I'm at with it. And I'm going to leave it right there. Again, my fault, y'all, for not uploading more consistently, because it's just been so crazy on my end. But eventually I'm going to get back in the grind and do my thing, put out at least 2 videos per week. But for now, I just got to do what I can do and just hop on the camera anywhere and just record, man, just so I can keep y'all updated with progress and with what's going on. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. I'm out.